Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary sometimes.
There have been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. Who don't want to miss it? There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows, and so many people wouldn't be mad. They had to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader call. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now. What it do, y'all? We live 11/29/2023. The Mikey Justice Show. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, okay. I'm like, let me hear something. I know somebody up in here with me.
Great.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's up in here with me, y'all. We gonna get down to business, y'all. Like we say, something worth talking about. We like to talk about it on here. Well, I like to say we should be talking about it, and we gonna talk about it.
Yes,
so
sir.
with that being said, how's everybody doing? Shout out to them Summer Bulldogs, all family and friends that been supporting me, holding me down, watching me. Y'all know who y'all is. Classical Junior Academy in the house. This is the first show, man, after good old Thanksgiving, man. How was yours?
It was pretty good.
Yours was pretty good.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't too bad either, man. After work, putting them 5-6 hours in, I came home, ate like everybody else, got fat. Then after that, I was looking at the back of my eyelids.
Yeah, that turkey do a number on you, man.
Yeah, man. Actually, cooked my first turkey this year. You know, my actual. Not watching somebody else's, not they,
Right.
You know, I actually did that thing myself, man. It came out pretty good, man. But I like to say, I know how to burn a little bit. You hear me?
Right.
Start out with some good old Mike Justice today, man.
Mike Justice.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Old Lee's Chicken, man. Just sticking with the theme of Thanksgiving. You know, the one on good old Natural Bridge and Kings Highway in St. Louis. The
Right.
one that has the reputation for being a little ghetto at times. Man, they weren't open on Thanksgiving. Anybody that came in there, they was like, we ain't open to the public. We just open for homeless and people that's looking for a hot meal.
Oh,
so
wow.
they was fully staffed and frying chicken all day. They had the news people up there and everything. You hear
Wow.
me? So Lee's, not churches, you know. Some halfway decent chicken. Everything free. Kings Highway, Natural Bridge.
Hey, that's tough, man.
Yeah, it is, man. I thought it was. I was like, yeah, that's worth getting some shine, bro.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for doing it big on that note, man.
Yeah.
Another thing, man, I had a few people that was heavy on my mind and heavy in my heart with it being a holiday, man. One, your boy Demetrius Johnson, rest in peace, man. You heard me?
Yeah.
I know his name would have been out there big during this time because he would have been giving out them turkeys,
giving out them
doing
turkeys.
his thing, and you know, making it happen.
Yep.
So rest in peace, man. I want to get in contact with. I remember some of them names he used to mention. Pamela Boy, you know, she always got my back. You know, she look out for the big fella. So I'm gonna see if I can get Pamela Boy contacts, man, and try to continue on with some of that legacy that Demetrius Johnson done left around this place.
Right on.
Another one is my man Jimmy V.
Yeah.
I told you I'm gonna do a whole nother Wall of Fame soon. And switch up the other side, probably put up some different pictures. You know, it ain't just about just trying to put nobody up on the wall. Everybody I gotta really mean something to me. You hear
Right,
me?
yeah.
Has had a very positive impact on my life. You hear
Right
me?
on.
So him and Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant are just two of the people I know
Yeah,
for sure
that's gonna
that
be
when I
on
get a
the
chance to
wall.
put somebody up on my wall, they would be up there, man. But as far as Jimmy V, it's the 30th anniversary of the Never Give Up speech. The one that I probably been watching for 35 years. And he's
Right.
only 30 years old. I love it, man. One of my favorite things, you know, a couple of times I talked about it, bro, and it just makes me break down. Because, like I said, if you hear that just a few minutes of understanding how real life can get at times. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, I definitely, with it being the holidays, man, and the 30th anniversary of that speech, want to give some shine to Jimmy V and Demetrius Johnson, man. Another one, like I said, man, that I wanted to give some more shine to is those Mizzou Tigers, man. They just wrapped up their season. They finished 10-2.
That's all right.
They was already in the top 10, and then Ohio State just lost to Michigan, so that's gonna move them up. I don't know. They might just barely miss that playoff, man. And some of the teams that they played, they got some pretty big
Georgia
wins.
tough.
Yeah, they got some pretty big wins. You hear me? And keeping with the theme of sports, man, and the tournament, man. What you think about that in-season tournament with the basketball, man? I don't get it, bro.
Yeah,
I don't really
can't
understand
really follow it.
They play some days that are tournament games, then they go back to regular games. It mixes up. You hear me?
Yeah.
And then, did you check out the game yesterday? The Kings against the Warriors.
No, I ain't get a chance to see it.
The Kings was losing big and came all the way back. Malik Monk hit a couple of big shots, hit a 3 on them. I think to tie the game, and then hit an off balance all on Wiggins off the backboard to win it.
Them old Kentucky boys, Monk and De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. The crazy thing about it, though, man, Steve Kerr made a good point, because even though they won the game, they didn't advance or something, because it's something about points. They had to win by like 23 or 24 points.
Wow.
One of those games, I forgot who they was playing, but they started hacking Andre Drummond, like Hacker Shack.
Right.
And the coach was trying to explain to what's his name, Billy Donovan, whoever was playing the Bulls. They coach was trying. It was the Celtics. The dude, Mazzola, whatever.
Yeah.
He was trying to explain to Billy Donovan that even though they were winning, he wasn't trying to show them up. It's like, we only going to advance because we have to win by points.
Yeah.
So Steve Kerr was like, so if that's the case, do we let them score a layup on us to go to overtime so we could try to get the 23 points?
Right. Yeah.
It's weird, man. I don't really understand it. You hear me? All I know is you play to win the game.
Yeah.
Either you win or you
That's
lose.
simple.
I don't know by no points or none of that. That's too
But
much.
you know what's crazy about it is, I think that came about, man, because that it was too much of that tanking in the season.
Too much of people sitting out.
Yeah, and
just
so they're trying to give a kind of an incentive.
Just robbing the fans, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
Not giving them what they pay for, man. You paying top dollar for them seats. You expect to see them.
Yeah, you expect to see somebody balling. So I think that in-season tournament is probably just convoluted enough to keep you interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't get it, man. All that tournament, like, I'm a big time Jeopardy fan, man, and it's just like, now they got all these bringing people back and second chances and champion. You know what I'm saying? It's been on for 40 years, and they've been bringing back people that was from season 17.
Yeah,
dude. Some of these people, I was barely even born when they. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they trying to make everything a tournament, make it competition, bro, and it's just getting out of hand. I can't keep up with it no more. Taking some of the flair away from a few things. And on the last note on that Mike Justice, man, I'm gonna give a shout out to Miss Natalie Turner. That's right. The female that I interviewed that was missing the 4 months. If y'all haven't checked that out, go back and watch that episode. Pretty interesting. She showed up and showed out. I think it was a good look for a person that had went through as much as she had went through at the time. Yeah. But the reason I'm giving her some mic just is because this morning she delivered a beautiful baby girl.
Well, all right now. Well, we ain't gonna put the name out. Huh?
Nah, I ain't gonna put no names out of none of that, because everybody had to give their little opinions and all that other stuff. I'll let her make that her business. I won't say nothing about who she said the baby daddy is, because I don't want to look foolish. Right. But I know at least the person that she said is supposed to be. That baby sure in the hell look just like him to me. Yeah. So it is what it is. So Mike Justice to Miss Natalie Turner. Before we go on, man, I want to remind my peoples, start watching y'all credit card statements. You hear me? Yeah, man. Man, I took a bunch of F-boy deals for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You hear me? Like they say, bro, if it sounds too good to be true,
say it probably is.
It probably is, yeah.
Damn.
So, I told you about the PlayStation and everything that I had ordered.
Yeah.
And they said any orders that's supposed to have been over $50 that Amazon would automatically give me the rush delivery, qualify for the Prime service. So with it being the second day of, I got to looking, calling, trying to trace and see where my package is. They have no record of me making any order with them.
Wow.
So I still had the transactions and everything all on my bank statement. So, of course, I called the bank. They tell me about a company called ZEAC Trade. And it's supposed to be some type of... The bank told me that it went to a clothing store. When I looked the company up online myself, bro, it was some type of like a financial advisory type company or something. Man, it seemed like a whole scheme. They didn't have no phone number listed, no address. The CEO is some guy that's in China. It's a whole bunch of mess.
A whole bunch of crap.
But it was nothing even like a clothing store. So what they call it, secluded or whatever, it was very little information about them, you hear me? But gave me a whole receipt and everything. I got confirmation number. I'm telling the people, I said, no, I order from Amazon all the time. It don't be no problem, you hear me? It said what day it's supposed to come. I was supposed to get a 3-year warranty and all this other stuff, you hear me? Good thing about it, man, I won't try to put them on blast because I know a whole bunch of people might start calling and trying to get on it. But the good thing about it, man, after I explained the whole situation to them, they were still willing to honor the type of deal that I'm supposed to be getting.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got to call and see how that go. I don't know, but that's what they said. And they didn't give me no trouble. But I tell you this, if you order anything that's supposed to be PlayStation 4, 5, 12, 3, if that mug under $300, you just order probably a PlayStation case. A wireless remote control case. Yeah, so if it's good, sound too good to be true, it probably is. So yeah, watch them bank statements, all that old Cyber Monday, Black Friday, all that old bull crap.
All that stoking the fire.
It ain't what it do. And yeah, man, before we move on from Thanksgiving, I know you were a little busy. I'll ask you again, anything that you would like to add about anything that you did over Thanksgiving, which I say is the real black folk holiday. I enjoyed it, my brother. I mean, good time with the fam, wasn't too much drama, had a pretty easy day at work, you hear me?
Yeah, man, it was all right to me, man. We ate a little food, man, had a good family friend over, and you had a little family friend over. Was it one of your friends or one of the wife's friends? One of the wife's friends.
Oh, is that right?
But yeah, very, very, still one of my friends too.
Good, respectable, decent person.
Yeah.
So you don't mind vouching for them?
Nah.
That's what's up. I had one issue with it, man, with Thanksgiving, bro. I didn't get no chillins, and I know that might not bother you as much as it bothered me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what I like to do. And people that's from around here, that's what we do.
Right.
You hear me? But I did not get
nobody
any.
Had none of them things.
No, man. I seen a whole lot of people asking about it, soliciting. So I was like, that was the problem. A lot of people didn't get down with the chillings like they wanted. They was looking for somebody who was cooking them, who had them. You know what I'm saying? You could go way out to Walmart in St. Charles and probably get them for about $20. But in the hood, they was $30-$40 a bucket.
Yeah,
and we just can't do it. You hear me? Not for the bottom of the barrel, the scraps that you throw out and tell us that it's garbage. It's nothing. You hear me?
Yeah.
Nah, I just couldn't do it. So that was my beefs instead of us doing 3 out of 5 and everything today, because I don't know what our time gonna be looking like, man. That was my Thanksgiving beef. It was just with chitlins, period. My 5 beefs that I had with freaking chitlins over Thanksgiving, and probably the reason why I didn't get a chance to eat any. You hear me? Well, a lot of people's beef. I put you at number 5, my brother. One of the number 1 beef with chitlins is that they are not beef, they're pork. Exactly. And you don't do any swine, my brother. So that came in at number 5.
All right.
At number 4, they just a bucket of lard, man. It's just too greasy, And when you're trying to eat healthy, you hear me? Bro, this is a lot of baked macaroni and some of my mama good old dressing. You hear me? I was telling my man Phil, I say, Thanksgiving is doing a number on you, boy. My shirt don't fit as well as it did last week. Right. But we're gonna try to do something about that.
We'll get that taken care of.
Yeah, man. It just all fat, and then Mom, she used to pick them and clean them and cook them for me and stuff, you know, and try to skim a lot of that fat and stuff off there. But like we say, man, that's half the flavor. You hear me? You done skimmed off half the bucket when you do all that. So that's number 4. They're just too greasy, man. Number 3, the rewards. The work outweigh the reward. You hear me? You do all that picking and cleaning, man. I was like, for real, you probably gonna get 2 decent bowls out of it, maybe a couple. You know what I'm saying? Half of it going in the trash. So that's another beef. You got to clean them. People don't want to do that. So that's part of the reason I probably didn't get a chance to eat none. Number 2 reason would have been number 1 for me, but I know other people. Number 2, man, they were just too expensive. $40 a bucket. Nah, ain't no way, bro. You know, then
they wasn't no pre-cleaned or nothing. They wasn't.
And then think if you weren't one of them people that got to get in the line and get one of them free turkeys. You hear me? So you're spending 40, well 80, because you better get 2 buckets if you got some.
If people you want to have some,
you know, as a side, don't try to just eat them. You know, so you say like $80 on that. Decent sized bird gonna run you about 30, 40.
Right.
Sweet potatoes not cheap. You know how our people do. We got to make the baked macaroni, put some respect on it. You hear me? And then we can't get none of that just cheesy or so cheesy from Save-A-Lot. We got the Velveeta. You know how we get down.
You gotta have the good stuff. And
nachos on Doritos, dog. You know how we do it. We don't do tortilla chips. You hear me? We or nacho cheese flavored tortilla. We do Doritos. Yeah, no doubt. So that's the number 2 reason. They too expensive. That's why I probably didn't get none cleaned or anything cooked for me.
Right.
And the number 1 reason, everybody know, they just stink. That's everybody's beef with them. You hear me? But I will be the person to tell you. You hear me? I'm cool with one day out the year my breath smelling like pure dog. Oh boy, cause hey, them things, like I said, hey, they be fire, man. They be fire. And on that note, man, we gonna start getting on into some of the business and stuff that I would like to talk about today, man.
All right.
Wonder have anybody been checking out my old Facebook post and everything? You hear me?
Yeah.
Cause if they have, then I got one question for them.
What is that?
Hit it for them, Phil.
What your name is?
That's all I want to know. What your name is?
Yeah.
And since my sister, in honor of her birthday, happy birthday to my sister. Yeah, she called me and said, shots fired, man, because I had to put my niece up there, man, when I said people with unique names that nobody else has. Jaquila so far is still on the top 10. And somebody come with that, had that name. I ain't talking about Jacqueline. I'm talking about Jack with the K. Yeah. Quila. Jackie Quila. And then the story behind it, man, when you named after your mama's boyfriend nickname. You named after her baby daddy nickname. You hear me?
Yeah.
Jackie. That's what she was kind of going for. You hear me? So he's Jackie boy, so she's Jaquila, so she's Jackie girl. You hear me?
Right.
But hey, I love your niece, but that's a hell of a name, Jaquila. Okay. And her personality definitely goes with her name. So shout out to my niece. Yeah, man. Hope y'all check that out and have some fun with me on that tip, man. Yeah, I just do stuff like that to try to bridge that gap a little bit, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
Wanted to do a little bit more explaining to people about what this show gonna be about, man. You know, I think about it all the time, bro. I was like, man, I wish I could be one of them shows that sit up and smoke, drink, cuss, kick it. You hear me? Mm-hmm. I was like, boy, that'd be a hell of an hour. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because I know that we got plenty on our mind.
Right.
We can be silly at times. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And everything else. But I try to do this to separate myself from everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be on something different. Like I said, if I was doing the same stuff, man, then why would you check for me? You hear me?
You could just
but
talk to somebody a little more famous or whatever, you know.
Bro, I was thinking about it, man. I'm like, ain't nothing gonna stop me. We gonna keep on pushing. We gonna keep on doing this thing, man, until we take it all the way to the top and far as we can take it. Yeah. Because it has a purpose. It's good. All people gotta do is support it, give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's clean. Yep. You know, like I tell people, man, I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not an expert on nothing. I want it to be, I want y'all to, at the end of the day, to say this is the dumbest show that's on. I want it to be, like I said, in lamest terms, man. You hear me? I want it to be where everyday people that's having just everyday conversation feel 100% comfortable with having regular everyday conversation. Yeah, man. Just talking about everyday stuff. Yeah, because like I said,
communication important. It is. And sometimes you got to get that stuff off your mind, you know.
Brother, you could turn a blind eye to it as much as you want, but this stuff that's going on is part of the world that we're living in, and it's part of our everyday makeup and part of our life. You know what I'm saying? So, as much as we try to shy away from it, turn a blind eye, brush it up under the rug, pass the buck, or whatever they have to say, man, it plays a very important part in our life. The everyday that we see and how stuff go on, man. And a lot of this time I want to use today, man, I was going to talk about old Sexyy Red, man. You know, just because her name been out there a lot. She got a lot of stuff going on. You know, I feel like with her being from St. Louis, man, it's only right that we try to, you know, put it out there, give a review, give our opinion of how everything going down. And I really hope that everybody watching get some good out of this and be able to give us some real good feedback. When we get done, kind of, you know, chopping it up a little bit, I'm going to have Phil put the number up there. And then that's when we're going to open the lines up. And that way we can actually get some feedback on this specific stuff that we trying to work on so we can knock this down. They're not going to do it for us, y'all. We got to do it. So all respect to everybody that's been supporting. Don Bo, I hope you even catch that, man, and want to, you know, comment on something like that, man, when you hear it, brother. I support you. And the reason, like I said, I don't want that, the line being blocked up and all that to be nobody's reason. They can't never get through. You hear me? Remember, every time we get off the air, my phone ringing like crazy. Oh, why you didn't call the show? Oh, I tried to. I couldn't get through. I couldn't do this. Like I said, they listening like crazy. Probably part of the reason that I got my information stolen and got some of them bad deals, because when you're doing this type of stuff, you hear me? Kind of hard to say that you're trying to reach everybody, but too scared to put yourself out there, man. You know, I ain't never been one to say that I like social media. I'm still the same way. I'm torn. I don't like it. There's so much mess, but I understand it's the times we living in. It's greater than me. This purpose, this mission. Yes, sir. You know, sometimes you got to take one for the team. You hear me? And it's a lot of my people that's watching right now that understand 100% what I'm saying on that level, and we'll get to that. We're gonna get to that eventually. There's a lot of people around here that took one for the team.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So, I wanted to show that clip, man, with that interview that's been going viral with Sexyy Red and everything that she has going on, man. And after we get into that a little bit, then I'll start breaking down my reason for choosing her to be, you know, one of my main topics for the night. All right. So, roll it.
She's had, you know, she's twerking on stage, fully pregnant. She had her Booty Brown lip gloss that came out.
I got a lip gloss brand. I got one called Nut, and it's the color of some nut. I got one called Gonorrhea, Yellow Discharge, like how girls be having yellow discharge. Hole pink, booty hole brown.
All right, coming back.
Okay, yeah. And I had my man's cue that clip up because very interesting comments and everything that she was making. I couldn't hear it too well on my end, but if it was what I remember and what I had queued up for you guys tonight, it was just her pretty much, the guy was asking her about her lip gloss line and everything like that, man. And he referenced her saying stuff like, everybody know this whole thing she got of don't want to be too messy with it, y'all, and I hope I don't offend nobody, but that's the term she uses, you know, about her booty hole being brown and all of this stuff, and he asking her, she's saying her cooch is pink and all this stuff, and you know how these are hood terms and just the way we talk, some of the lingo that we use, you hear me? I don't buy that. So my very first question, man, to you is just overall, man, you know, without any extra, without any, you know, hidden by prejudice or anything against her, what is your honest opinion of Sexyy Red? How do you feel about her?
Man, that's a great question. I don't think she's as genuine as she would let off to be. I think it's a lot of game in her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think she's using her intelligence to the level that she could use it.
I understand. Great answer, because I definitely see professional in her.
Yeah.
I was going to say professionalism, but the ratchetness sometimes is not really displaying professionalism.
Right.
But
yeah.
I do see a professional.
Right.
A
yeah.
person that's smart enough to understand that I'm going to sell this garbage if y'all going to keep on buying it.
Right, yeah.
So I definitely see a person that has money on their mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure how convinced she is with what she do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does she see the talent behind what she do? Is she just selling something? Is it a whole marketing tool? I really don't know what it is. Because honestly, man, you know, you can't knock nobody, man, how they choose to make their cheese, man. But to know that you got such an influence on such a young generation and what they do and what they think, man, it got to bother you a little bit, man, to be the face right now of so much garbage.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by I don't think she is genuine that she let off. You know what I'm saying? Like the justification of it is like, oh yeah, that's just how I am. You know, blah blah blah. That's how I was raised. Yeah, okay, you know better. You know what I'm saying?
These are a couple of the things that I had lined up. I said, at this point, brother, this is what I thought about it. I said, I definitely support her because she's from St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how some people might take that, but the thing about it is, man, I've been around her long enough to know that hating has held us back for a long time. You hear me? And a lot of people. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And a lot of other places have thrived just by supporting each other and just what's right there in their own hood, own community, all that. You know what I'm saying? So you got my support. You know what I'm saying? Being from St. Louis. I wish you could, like me. At this point, I was like, with the sex tapes, with all the other stuff you doing, I'm smart enough and grown enough to know that it's all basically supposed to be for entertainment purposes. You know, like all that raunchy stuff they put out here, like the adult films and all that. Yeah. Some of these books, all of it, let them tell it, is for entertainment and educational purposes and all that. Yeah. But we know better.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with that. I'm like, if she marketed it as adult entertainment, then okay. It's something to do.
Right.
I'm grown enough to not want to get out here and try to practice on every female. I ain't finna get out here thinking I'm no gangster and trying to pop nobody because I listen to some of her music. Yeah. So I'm grown enough that I can handle it.
Right.
But at this point, with the damage that's been done by her brand, what can she do? Can she pull that audience back in now, or are they too far gone?
Nah, man, I think they too far gone. It's like... That remind me of when they was talking about, I forgot the girl's name, man. It's one of these celebrities, man, but she was talking about the war. And they was trying to get on her because she didn't take a strong stance one way or the other.
Right, I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, and it's like,
if
the minute she do, y'all gonna be crucified, So can you blame her for not taking a stance? And I think that's where Sexyy Red is right now. She done got millions of followers and all of this attention for being raunchy. And, you know.
That's what I was going to say about it and everything else. Because, I said, does she just... like now, you know, she's talking about making kid bop versions. You know, they got other people like Nicki Minaj and all them trying to, you know, write kids books and all that other stuff. Yeah. So it's like now that the damage is done, she's talking a little bit more about toning it down a little bit. You hear me? So my thing is this. Do you just flip the script and tone it down and just ask the people that love you and that been rolling with you to continue to support you? Or do you have to just say, hey, you know what? I appreciate the love, but what I do is strictly for adults, is not for kids, and sacrifice hurting your brand and losing a lot of your followers? Do you take that chance, or do you? What does she do at this point?
I think that's stating the obvious, though, man. Like, I think that's honestly that's the best way to go, is to say, just come out and say, like, hey, you know, this is for grown-ups. You know,
brother, I was
you know
honestly trying to give her an approach because she's from St. Louis. I don't want to see her be damaged like that in my last thing. So that's basically what she stuck with. What I'm saying is, does she just keep going with what she doing and sacrifice her brand? That's one. Two, did she switch it all the way up and just ask for support from the people who already knew her to be raunchy, just to support me and know that I'm trying to clean it up, and we kind of forget about how she came out. And or three, does she do like everybody else, ride it while it's hot till the wheels fall off, make as much money as she can, and when it's done, gone about her business, and then be talking about somebody else? I mean, okay, so this my take on it, man. It's like the Republican Party right now. You know what I'm saying? They got this juice from being racist. They got this juice for having this conservative code, racism code language. You know what I'm saying? And riding with you know, people that's bombastic like Donald Trump and all of that. They got that juice from doing that, right? So do they need to clean it up? Yeah. Do they want to clean it up and have an incentive to clean it up? Nah, because it's working. You know what I'm saying? So, what they call it, like riding a tiger. You know, as long as you riding a tiger, you good. But when you get tired or he get tired, he might turn around and eat you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like with her, man. What's important to you? You know what I'm saying? And my whole thing is being upright and being upstanding. Is that important to you? Is living by a code important to you, or is the money important to you? Yeah. If it's the money, then do what you do. Right. What you represent. Yeah. What kind of person are you? Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. This is another thing that I want to go into. This is one of the things that really bothered me about it, man. Like, if the clip was what I thought it was, then people heard her say, like I said, she was saying that some of her lip gloss flavors or whatever, or body fragrance or something, whatever she promotes. Yeah. I know she said she has a gonorrhea version. Yeah. She said she has a yellow discharge. Yeah. Man, with this being the STD capital, brother, keeping it all the way 100, I didn't find nothing funny about it. Nah. It's not cute. Nah. It's not none of that. It's time out for that mess. You hear me? Yeah, definitely. And when you moving like that, man, you hear me? And you know little girls are impressionable, and you're on stage with all your belly hanging out and you're pregnant. You hear me? Yeah. And doing what you're doing. Yeah. I'm taking pictures with my phone. I'm putting. I know that my stuff is this color because I got my phone down there. Like they said, these kids know the internet, social media, these phones, tablets better than we do, better than grown people. Yeah. So with them following you and all this and that, you don't think that you misleading them and leading them on the wrong way? You got to be responsible for something. You know what I'm saying? Like people that say, you know, hey, I ain't your role model or none of this. Come on, man. You know who's following you. And then the last point I want to make, man, then I want you to open that line up for a minute, man, to see if anybody got anything that they want to add to the conversation, man. If I'm not mistaken, she calls her followers, you know, like they say, the beehive and all that. She got Hoochie babies. Yeah. Is that the name of it? Yeah, that's what because she refers to herself as a Hoochie mama. Right. Okay, so once again, it goes back to the question that you asked. What kind of person are you and what do you really stand for as a person? Yeah. Hoochie mama, if you're saying that you're the mother of these kids, then with you being pregnant, the first thing that comes to my mind is that, are you going to mother yours the same way you're mothering them? Because you're setting a very bad example for them. Yeah, man. You hear me? if you saying that you come with something else, like she said that she didn't make it up, well, I would have to change it and make it something else. Because if I'm calling myself your mother, then I have to exemplify, show some type of love for you. Yeah. And to see you 5 years old twerking and doing all kind of managed stuff like that, man, don't get me wrong. You hear me? Yeah. I remember when Silento came with the whip Nene and some of the stuff that we're gonna be doing in one of the videos that we got coming out soon. You know, I'm always gonna plug myself, but yeah, man, when you see little kids doing little stuff like they leaning and rocking with it and little stuff like that, man, and, you know, even maybe the Dougie or something, you know, it's just a fad, it's epidemic type thing, right? But it's not all that, you know, raunchy to that level. It's cute. You hear me? They doing a little dance, man. But 5-year-old pop that cat twerking. Yeah. I can't buy it, man. You hear me?
Yeah, I ain't with it.
So that's what bothered me. If you're saying that you're Hoochie mama and they're Hoochie babies, then teach your baby something. Lead them a certain way. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I would tell people to put more respect on my name. They love me because I'm genuine. I got something good to offer. They love my talent. Not they love me because I'm trash and I'm raunchy. The next person could come out here selling trash. You hear me? So what separates you? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want you to open that line up, man. If anybody got an opinion on how they feel about 100% what she's doing, is it cool because she making money? Is it really hurting these kids and influencing this generation, man? Is it garbage? I mean, how do you feel about gonorrhea, lip gloss, your daughter? You know what I'm saying?
Mom, yellow discharge lip gloss. Huh? No, they won't even ask.
They making money off of it, man. So naturally, a kid probably think that it's something that's not too bad. Right. You hear me? Yeah. I can still remember when we were teenagers and in the 20s. You hear me? Hearing girls, you know, oh, girl, I went to the clinic today. Oh, it was just chlamydia, trig, gonorrhea. You hear me? Yeah. Long as it wasn't, you know.
Yeah. Long as it wasn't that package.
Want that package? It was cool. You hear me?
And not let them tell it you can get cured from that package.
Bruh,
it's the untraceable levels.
I mean, you know, I used to want to go all the way there with it, from the herpes to the syphilis and all that kind of stuff, but they don't even trip off that. All they worried about, if you ain't got that package, it's cool with them. You hear me?
Man, brother, one trip to the clinic cured me of my porn star fantasies. You hear me?
Bro, you know, I said everybody had a little bit in them. You hear me?
Yeah. I knew I wasn't about that life after that, my brother. All that nerve wracking and nah.
Bro, I just now the other day was tripping off ether and everything. You hear me? How Nas come out on it, you know, and talking to my family and other people, you know, even people like OTS, man, with a young man like him going to get himself tested and always stressing that and want to be clean and want to be right. Appreciate you for that, bro. Shout out to you for that one. Yeah, man. But remember how Nas started off ether? You know, he said, brace yourself for the main event. Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the result? Y'all impatiently waiting. It's like an AIDS test. What's the result? Brother, that week or two that you waiting on them results is some of the most nerve-wracking. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
But like I told you before, I done went through it myself. You hear me? What side of the room they call you on determine how you finna feel. You hear me?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You either gonna be calm and feeling the best you ever felt in your life, like you just had something way better than any sex that you ever gonna get. Right. You hear me? Or you gonna be shaking like Mr. Furley. But which side of the room, buddy, determines what they finna tell you. You hear me? And like my family and other people told me, if it take more than a day or two and ain't nobody contacted you, I ain't gonna call it down because I don't want y'all to blame me if you get the wrong thing on your paper. But if they ain't contact you in a day or two, you usually cause trust and believe. Yeah, you hear me?
If it's something critical, they
coming they come to get you. They looking for you. Yeah, man. So you know we leave that line open, man. And while we got time, it's starting to be the deadline, man, of that old Baby D contest.
Yeah, man. Somebody hit it, Baby D.
Y'all know we pay real money, man. Y'all see, we don't play no games with it. You hear me? And while we on the subject of money, where's your Coach Prime report? You see, he done got a little quiet on that, y'all. You know, when they ain't been winning so much.
Nah, man. Somebody 8-4. They 8-4, brother.
Yeah, they 8-4. Only if I was blind, crippled, and crazy, dyslexic and some more.
Nah.
Yeah. The 4 come before the 8.
All right. Well, in that case, then.
Yeah. But with that being said, you heard me and this brother here make a nice wager over this air, and he lost that bet. You
lost it too.
No, sir.
Yeah. They wasn't 6 and 6 neither. I was closer than you were. My number was right.
This
it's
is
like
what I'm
box
saying.
straight, right?
No, sir. This is what the competition was about. I'm sorry for not making them suck as bad as they sucked.
Damn.
I have already said in my top 10 that I am a Coach Prime fan.
Yeah.
You heard me? So sorry that I didn't want them to suck as bad as they sucked. But you lost the bet because you were the head nut rider
All right.
on this show when it came down to Coach Prime. And everybody knows that. So
Right.
with that being said, I don't know if the bet was $50 or $100, but since it goes to the pot
Yeah.
for 100
Let's call it
children,
100.
oh yeah, we're gonna call it 100. And like I said, in terms of money, hope that somebody give my girl Blaze some competition because I know,
Yeah, man.
you know, you just don't get that name, you know.
Yeah, no.
You got to be blazing on something, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I hope y'all give her a little bit of competition. She done won before, so you know somebody else gets some money.
Yeah.
But you know I
Make it
can't
a little
knock her for
interesting.
participating. She got the skill to do it. So like I said, I might.
I keep it in the family. I'm calling out Lana J. How about that?
Wow. Okay. I'll make sure that get on over there to them, and for that reason, we'll extend it to the 7th, the first week of December,
Right
because we
on.
said we got all year. You heard me? We celebrate hip hop, man. So. Lana J, Blaze, whoever, anybody that's watching. It's a guy that's out. I forgot his name. I think he called himself Zaytoven.
Yeah.
He got like 2 million followers. You see him when he wants somebody to drop the 16 to his beat. And
Yeah.
all this and that. You know, I'm thinking about stuff like that, man, just to have fun. You heard
Right,
me?
yeah.
That's why I want people to watch, support those videos that I do. Those top videos for hip hop, the Barack Obama, the Shannon Sharp. You know, that's to just show the versatility, man. That we're talented, that we're creative. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just bridge that gap. You know, I wish I could do more of that type of stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
But you know, that's what's gonna make this thing stick around because,
Yeah.
like I said, it has a point and it has a purpose. You know, what I'm
Got some
saying?
business
So,
at hand.
hope y'all ride with me on that. Like I've been asking everybody, y'all, we got to do it. Let's make this thing move. Ask somebody. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it ride because it's been a holiday and I've been busy myself. But next week we gonna get back on it, man.
Yes,
I
sir.
want everybody to tell me something, bro. Hope you have somebody, at least one person for me. Hope I got one person for y'all. You hear me?
Yeah.
Try to get one person to support. Sign up. Ask them. Hey, are you down with you know, doing something about some of this gun violence, all these kids and innocent people getting killed. You hear me? All these ridiculous wars and all that stuff, man. All this Me Too movement and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got a call coming in, my brother.
Is that right?
All right, I'm about to put you through, my brother.
Stand by, y'all. You know how all that go. Hello. I don't hear anything. Hello. I still can't hear you. I can hear you a little bit. How you doing, brother? You're live on the Mikey Justice Show.
You got your Bluetooth on?
Yes, I do. Hold on one second, brother. Say something.
Mic check 1.
Yes, sir. I can hear you a little bit better now. Yes, sir. Once again, my brother, thank you for joining the show. What you got for me?
Okay, I'm checking me out. I'm thinking you giving her a little too much responsibility to raise your parents.
Raise the kids.
at
Raise the
home.
kids, right?
Right.
Okay.
Parent your own child. Don't leave Ice Cube, LL Cool J, Will Smith to raise your children. You can aspire to do what they do as far as a career. Know that they had to do some Kids go to school and go through some hard ways to get to that level. Keep that forefront and realistic in their minds. Let them know that this hard work, and then therefore you won't be so easily influenced by the Sexyy Reds, the Lil Kims, the
Okay, I got you, brother. But check this out.
Brown.
Okay, this is my whole thing, and I want you to hear me out a little bit. We had a whole situation right here in St. Louis, where the teacher got in trouble when they found out that she had a fans only page. You hear me? And to me, that's a whole better way of doing it. You hear me? She know that she's a teacher. She's supposed to be responsible for teaching these kids something, but she is an adult and has a whole separate life. She tried to go fans only and everything else. So hold on. Just hear me for 1 second. That's what I was saying. It's nothing wrong with what she's doing, but you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be targeted so much for little girls. And you are, if it's not for you to parent them, then don't take the credit or money by saying that you're their mother. You're a hoochie mother. That means that you're accepting them as part of your brand, your life, and you know what I'm saying? That's a big term, mother. You know what I'm saying? That's like calling yourself God or being the king, being LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? If you want a pretty damn good basketball player, won a couple of championships, then you couldn't even come close to wearing that type of crown. So that's the part I have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Don't say that you're mother to those kids then, because a mother is expected to parent them, and it's not their job to worry about what they should and shouldn't. Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing on parenting, right? Here's the thing on parenting. You don't really know you're successful parent until i.e. you dead, or your child outlives you, or you die before your child. Your child has to grow up into adulting to adult, right? And know how to properly adult. If you don't give them the tools to do that, they're at a disadvantage already.
I totally agree.
Shoving the response.
I totally agree, but that's what I'm saying. I want you to answer that question for me, though, because you reference Ice Cube and everybody else. And Ice Cube, we know, is famous for saying, "Do I look like a mother effing role model?"
Right.
You hear me? Yeah. So we feel that. Charles Barkley, I'm not a role model. You hear me? But when you come out openly and say that you are the mother of these children, Hoochie mama, what is your responsibility as their mother? Sister, since we are the mothers of this earth, it's time that we start being good mothers from the birth. You came out and said that. You didn't come out and say that you're not a role model. You came out and said that you're their mother. So what is your responsibility other than making a buck off of them as their mother?
You didn't say you was a good mama. You just said a mother. I'm a mother blanker too. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, man.
Happy Mother Day to the brothers, and Happy Mother's Day to the mothers. Right? You couldn't have one without the other.
Okay, but what I'm saying, brother. So
in that regard, I'm saying, hey, I'm the greatest. I didn't say I was the best or good. I just said this is how I classify myself. And now let's look at it. If I say, hey, I'm the Mac daddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm teaching all the Macs. I'm teaching all the young fellas how to be Macs. And I'm not saying that it's good for me, because that's my lifestyle. That's the career choice I made. If you decide to follow in my footsteps, hopefully you do it how I did it, so you can be successful as well. If you don't, I'm not going to call you a bastard or childless father. No, I'm still your daddy. You just didn't take the lessons how I put them out there for you to be successful. Same thing with her. She said she's the hoochie mama. So she's either teaching you how to be a hoochie. If your mama still allow you to be influenced by
okay, this is what I'm saying, brother. Okay, I understand. And I totally respect that point. But this is what I'm saying, man. Just because you have the right to do everything and you can, you probably always shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And with this is what I'm asking. Hold on 1 second. With this being the STD capital and all the stuff, man, you know, can't we talk about something else, man? I don't want to hear nobody around here promoting all the guns. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of all the bang bang, shoot 'em up, all that old hip stuff in the videos, man. That's not for her. You know what I'm saying? With us being the STD capital, don't you think, you know, it would be better if she did promote something better, man? You want your daughter to come in there and say, Mom, can you go buy me a stick of yellow discharge lip gloss to rub on her lips? You gonna go get that for your daughter?
Absolutely. First things first, if I was a mom, my daughter not gonna even be listening to that foolishness. She's gonna be listening to "Break Every Chain" by Tasha Cobbs.
It don't make no difference. Look, P. Lawton.
I'm prescribed to listen to.
They gonna get a hold of it though.
Yes, P. Lawton just sent me a whole link, man. That's what. That's the
whole thing. You still got a parent though. You know what I'm saying? My mom and them didn't. Yeah, I know we grew up in the same area time period.
Listen to what I'm saying. P. Lawton just sent me a whole link.
You come in the house and listen to Easy. I had to sneak and listen to Easy now, right?
Yeah.
And I learned the lyrics on my own.
Okay.
Then by the time I learned the lyrics, it was acceptable.
This is what I'm saying.
Mom will say, "Oh, okay, they ain't just knuckleheads. They got something to say." I ain't never heard it from that perspective.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's when you're with them and you're not with your kids 24/7. So, like I said, P. Lawton just sent me all clips of. P. Lawton just sent me all clips of that situation right there. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying, it had teachers, you hear me?
Yeah.
That were sitting there using those references as a teaching point. You hear me? Having them say, Sexyy, if you see us and you trying to, you know,
right.
they relating it to reading and math and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's still making those kids want to go back and check for that.
Yeah, you're still gonna go back and check for it.
You're still referencing that. So policing them, you can only police them when you're around them. When they're going to school and church and places to ballet practice and the instructor is breaking out in tears because they won't dance to no ballet music. They want to hear Pound Town and Sexyy. Something is wrong, brother. And that's what I'm saying. So you cannot parent them 24/7. They're going to get the garbage, and the garbage is out here. And the only way that you're going to keep them immune from it is just like social media. If you don't want your business out here, you don't tell it. You don't take no pictures. You don't put it on camera. If you don't want the garbage getting out here and spreading it, the best way to do it is to not make it, because they're going to get to it, brother. You know what I'm saying? You already know. We get it from our parents. I'm sorry?
Can I give you some pushback?
Yes, sir.
I want to give you a little bit of pushback. Pushback is this here. Growing up, I grew up with NWA, the Ghetto Boys, right? Now, this is hardcore.
Me too, sir.
Grown gangster music.
Yes, sir.
Hardcore gangster grown music. I'm listening to this as an impressionable teenager, right? So my mind hadn't fully developed, and I'm thinking tough was the way to go. So anything that you would say to help me get to that, yeah, I'm going to do that. But then you know what's funnier than that? It's this thing called Life Will Teach You a Lesson. You start saying, oh, you can't be doing all these murders and you free making records. Because if you did this, you're going to get this much time, and you can't be doing that much time in no studio. You start realizing Bobby is really a dream house. Bobby didn't really live. Bobby is a doll. Bobby is a toy. You know what I'm saying? Real life start coming to you after a bad decision or two. And you know, I was one that was hard to head and I had to learn things the hard way. So it wasn't no easy steps for me. I had to actually bump my head a lot of times. And you know what I learned? Tylenol don't cure all headaches.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you need to let that pain. Sometimes that pain do it for you. Like, oh, I ain't gonna.
I appreciate that point, man. Because let me tell you something, brother. I try to tell people all the time. You hear me? Another point that they were making in that video, man, is how the parents would make so many excuses for the kids. You hear me? They would say a lot of the parents was like, well, at least the kid come to school.
Yeah.
At least they in the class and all this.
At least they
stuff.
trying to learn.
No, man, that is not what it do. You hear me?
Yeah.
We not even giving ourselves enough credit. You hear me? When we were listening to that NWA and all that other music, man, this stuff that's coming out in '88. You hear me?
Yeah.
And you got a couple of years on me, brother. So that's way different than somebody that's 4 or 5 years old. You still a kid, you still impressionable, but we was different and we were raised different. You hear me? By 18, 19-year-old, Mike Tyson knocking people out, heavyweight champion of the world. You hear me?
Yeah.
So don't tell me about where we at. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you got to bump your head sometimes to learn those lessons of life. But like I told people, all that putting that tablet in front of them, all that social media, all that pushing that easy button because you too lazy. And another thing that they are scared. You hear me?
Yeah.
You don't want that kid to go against you. You know the guns are out of control, so little Billy might get his AK and Swiss cheese you. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, and the parent keep on thinking that they the rabbit, now the kid the rabbit. You hear me? So it ain't no fun when Rittenhouse when they got the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's my advice, man. I know it ain't certain people's job, it's on the parent and all that, man. But only thing I could tell you, if you don't want to take the time out to parent your kid, then like that video say, the streets will do it. Court to do it. One of these overzealous police that gonna shoot them and kill them to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, it's on everybody. Like we say, it takes a village. It starts at home, but people like that has that type of influence in these platforms, they need to step up and put something better out here, man. If all you selling is trash, then that's what people gonna buy.
That's asking a lot. That's asking a lot, bro. My intention was to make good music for me and adults like me, people that came up around my experience in time who could relate to what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, you do what you do, man. So
if I'm cool, I know little guys gonna look up to me and want to do what I'm doing. Let me show them the best way how to get the best results. If your parents don't take the time to show you what they need, what their life was like, it ain't my fault, man. Look here, I'm just doing what I came to do.
No, it's not your fault, but like I said, brother, you don't have to be the one that promote it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else could do it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that that she's doing it to make money, but I'm so sick of all the trash out here. You hear me? Yeah. It's so much of the sex and the females that they done took the male out the game. You hear me? And I'm so disappointed that they're selling so much sex and trying to disguise it as rap. You hear me?
Right.
The bars are trash. You know what I'm saying? A few of them, and I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Somebody else has to represent a little bit better. I'm one of them people. You can't tell me that you cool with selling crack to your mom because she would have bought it from somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, let her buy it from somebody else. But hey, I appreciate your convo, man. We can talk all about this. This is what I wanted to do. Open this up, man. She from St. Louis, so like I said, I support, man. But I just hope better for the female, and I hope that that some of what I said gave her another way out, another way to go.
How about don't support her to show the impact that she's having on what you feel is a problem?
Yes, sir. I mean, and I'm thinking about that. That's an honest thing because I put her in my video as one of the top people that was going to make an impact, and I was hoping that she would use her brand a little bit better. And if she continues to represent what she repping, yeah, I might have to drop her and not support her. But I appreciate you calling Mr. Dombo and the support all the time, my brother.
Already, man. I love you. I keep moving the chains forward. Keep moving the chains and win the game. I love y'all. Shalom. 100.
Same to you, my brother. Catch you on the other side, man. Yeah, man. I don't get it, man. I'm like, I can't be the one, man. It ain't got to be me. You hear me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It could be somebody else, man.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about with Nicki Minaj. You can't go back, man.
Yeah.
Your name is Minaj.
Yeah.
You cannot come out talking about no. It just don't work, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
Keisha Blowjob can't write a children's book.
No. And all of that, about that is just it's just something to get them into the lesson. Skeet is just a term or expression.
Yeah.
Okay, so next what you gonna do? Put on a whole adult movie or porno? Kids, this is to get you guys to start eating fruit. That's not a man's penis. Let's think of that as a banana. It's
right.
the proper way to eat it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't need a tutorial for everything.
Right.
We don't need to learn how to bang, throw up, shoot up everybody in the video, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
You don't need to learn. Yeah.
Give them something else to levitate to, and they might. You hear me? it just shows how thirsty people are.
Yeah.
And speaking of thirsty, you know, the little mama at my job that came with all the extra and the drama and tried to put my name in some whole bunch of blasts and bullcrap again. I'm probably finna lose a follower because when I see you, I'm putting your ass on blast. I got something for you because I'm tired of my name getting put up in everything. But anyway, yeah, man. You know, I know people just, the whole thing is not looked at to be nothing bad. You hear me? The whole ski and all that is something to do. It's a hood call. It's cool. You hear me?
Right.
But once again, like I said, I've seen some of my old classmates, 40, 50 years old. You hear me? And I won't call some of y'all names, but y'all know that y'all close to that 40 and 50.
Right.
And them ain't the only issues that you have on your resume. But that's a whole nother show. But you shouldn't be ski eating and all of that. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And talk about what color your booty hole is and all that. But that's how we get down. You hear me?
Yeah.
But once again, like the commercial said, the public service announcement, the more you know, when the store come across the TV, you hear me? Where did you get this stuff? Dad, I got it from you. I learned it by watching you.
Right.
You parents have to set better examples. The children are watching.
Yeah,
what your boy Kanye West say, my auntie Pam couldn't put them cigarettes down. So my little cousin smoking them cigarettes now. When your lazy behind don't want to walk 2 steps to go to the stove and keep telling Keisha to light your cigarette, she's puffing it.
Yeah.
She's getting nicotine in her system and she's becoming chemically dependent.
Yeah.
You put her in them situations.
Right.
So stop putting kids in grown folks situations and then not taking no responsibility. It's not my job to parent them and this and that. Yes, the hell it is.
Yeah.
When you come out and say that you they mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you come out and say that you not a role model. Hey, that's something different. You hear me? Hey, you know.
Yeah,
This the same guy that spit on the little girl. So no, he ain't nobody's role model.
I think that's her best course of action is to say, look, I'm an adult entertainer. Keep your kids away from me.
That's not what it do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? you know, I appreciate just the support, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't like the mix, you hear me?
Yeah.
I told you like the All My Life, the J. Cole and all that, you hear me? Talking out my, ain't but with a badge and all that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know, if you're going to keep the little kids in there, you don't do the cursing, you hear me?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nas come out with the, I know I can't be what I want to be, you hear me?
Yeah.
If he was talking about F the police, bang, 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 and walking around with his AK-47, I don't think it'd have been as good a song, you hear me? So, you know what I'm saying? That mix, that ain't what it do, you hear me?
For sure.
Yeah, man, and I was thinking about your boy Derek, what's his name, Chauvin or whatever, the cop that got arrested in the George Floyd situation. Yeah, you know, he got stabbed in jail,
they
man.
done stabbed him
almost
up.
killed him, man. You know, what goes around comes around. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's the thing about it, man. All these people that supporting all that stuff, like you say with Trump and all that other, and acting like they don't know what's up, you can continue to do it if you got 20 years to waste. Those people are starting to go down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm hoping come about of this, man. But like I said, man, I tried to just entertain y'all today, talk about something real. We got to do a better job as parents, man. We got to do it. They're not going to get out and do it. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's vote. You know, get people to sign up, subscribe, tell people about it. I got the food truck coming out in another week or two. Hopefully, like I said, implement some giveaways, some fundraisers. Maybe that'll get some people on deck with signing, getting on board, and everything else. Yeah. But I'm gonna do everything I can. Word of mouth is the best advertisement. I'm just asking y'all to ask one person. Hey, let's do something about this gun violence. Let's do something about all these political wars, government control wars, innocent people getting killed. You know what I'm saying?
All that extra.
It is in our hand. The time is now. You know what I'm saying? Stop flocking to all this garbage. Put something better out there, man, and maybe people are opened up to something better. You hear me?
Right.
But I thank y'all for listening. Appreciate you. This has been my time. This your boy Mikey Justice, and I'm out.
Peace.